Well, hi to my YouTube subscribers. Well, I recently obtained a Thai retirement visa without using a visa agent. An agent will charge you something like 20,000 baht, but submitting the form yourself, you'll pay 2,000 baht. Now, I entered Thailand on a visa exemption, but you can do this if you enter Thailand on almost any visa type. Now, the O visa, valid for 3 months, is the first step to obtaining an OA visa, which is renewable each year. Technically, you're not getting a retirement visa. What you're getting is an O visa granted for the purpose of retirement. Now, a foreigner marrying a Thai might get an O visa granted for the purpose of marriage. In this video, when I talk about an O visa or a retirement visa, this is really shorthand for an O visa granted for the purpose of retirement. I obtained my O visa at the main immigration office at Lac Si in Bangkok. The process may differ at other offices. Now, I'm a U.S. citizen. The rules may be different for citizens of other countries. You'll want to check. Now, before we begin, we need to clarify one bit of terminology. In the video, I'll be referring frequently to a proof of residence notification. The government requires that your hotel or condo management submit a form TM30 to immigration covering the entire period of your stay at a residence. They can do this by submitting a paper form TM30, but today, this is most often done electronically using an app supplied by the government. Now, after this registration has been completed by the hotel or condo, the app can generate a printout of the information that was submitted to immigration. This printout is not a TM30. It is a document generated when a TM30 has been submitted on your behalf. I'll refer to this document by its official name, Proof of Residence Notification. This is what you bring to immigration. You do not submit a form TM30 to immigration. So first, you need to meet the requirements for the O visa. You must be at least 50 years old, and you must have a Thai bank account. Opening a Thai bank account is not easy if you don't already have a retirement visa. I happen to have a bank account already because I had obtained a retirement visa through a visa agent in the past. But what do you do if you don't have a Thai bank account? Well, the right way to do this is to go to your local immigration office and obtain a certificate of residence. You will be given an application that asks roughly for the following: your full name, your passport number, your current visa type and expiry, your Thai address, and the purpose for which you want the certificate of residence, and in this case, that's opening a bank account. You'll need to bring the proof of residence notification provided by your hotel or landlord or whoever submitted the TM30 for you. You can bring your lease if you're renting, or a letter from your hotel describing your stay. You'll need your passport, photocopies of the bio page of your passport and your latest entry stamp, 2 passport-size photos, and 200 baht, although this cost might vary with the particular immigration office. You'll be issued a certificate of residence, good for 1 month. You can bring the certificate of residence to a bank branch along with your passport, your proof of residence notification, your lease, if applicable, 800,000 baht to deposit, and anything else that might help. As I said, I've not done this myself, so please let me know in the comments if there are problems with this procedure. You must have a balance of 800,000 baht in your account for 2 months before applying for the O visa. You might need to extend your visa exemption or your current visa while you wait. I have made videos on how to obtain a visa extension, and I'll put links to these in the description. You'll want to keep the 800,000 baht in your account after you are granted the O visa, and for 3 months after you're granted your OA visa. 3 months after you're granted your OA visa, you are allowed to reduce your balance to 400,000 baht, but you must restore the balance 2 months before your next OA visa renewal. I think it's safest to always keep the balance above 800,000 baht. Now, if you don't have 800,000 baht, it's possible to meet the requirement with a monthly income of 65,000 baht or some combination of savings and income. I've never done this, so if you do it, you're on your own. There is preparation that you can do before you visit immigration. Now, I rent a condo in Bangkok, so I needed to supply 3 months of rent receipts. I logged into my bank account and captured images of these payments. I also printed a copy of my lease. I found my condo on Google Maps and captured an image of my condo location on the map. The condo management provided me with the proof of residence notification, indicating that they had submitted a TM30 on my behalf. You can also apply for an O visa if you're staying at a hotel or a serviced apartment. I have not done this myself, but my understanding is that you must provide the following: a letter from the hotel on official letterhead confirming that you're staying there. It should include the hotel name and address, your full name and passport number, the dates of your stay, and the manager's signature and contact information. You'll need copies of your hotel receipts or invoices for at least 2 to 3 months of stay. Immigration wants to see continuity. They want to see that you're not just there for a few nights. Again, these requirements may vary by immigration office. Now, if you arrived in Thailand on a visa exemption and are converting it to an O visa, you'll want to fill out Form TM87. Now, if you arrived in Thailand on a visa and are converting it to an O visa, you'll want to fill out Form TM86. You can download and print these forms before you go to immigration, but I filled out the form at immigration. It takes only a few minutes. Now, I obtained my visa at the main Bangkok immigration office, which is Immigration Division 1, Building B, Changwatana Government Complex, Laxi. You can take the new MRT Pink Line to Changwatana 14 station. There's a shuttle bus near the station that will take you to the immigration building, or you can walk or take a motorbike taxi. Now, I happen to live near Victory Monument. The 166 bus goes directly from Victory Monument to Immigration Building B. These buses don't come very often, but the fact that the bus goes directly to immigration makes it very convenient. Now, if you're coming by way of the Victory BTS station, take the elevated walkway towards the monument. Then walk left, that's counterclockwise, around the circle. You'll cross over 2 pedestrian overpasses, and then you'll arrive at the bus stop. But you need to be careful. There are 2 166 buses, and you need to make sure that you take the one that goes to immigration, Domo. The 166 to immigration stops at the outer bus stop, while the other 166 stops at the inner bus stop. Once you're on this bus, it will take you directly to Gate 1 of Immigration Building B. Go through security and turn left to go to the immigration office. When you get to immigration, the first step is to go to your bank. There are many bank branches on the ground floor of the immigration building. You must get your account certified on the same day that you apply for your O visa. So it's very convenient to have your account at a bank that is in the immigration building. Tell them that you want an account certification letter. Take a number. There's usually a queue. You'll be asked if you want a printout of all your account activity, as well as the certification letter. I don't know if this is needed, but I said yes. I paid 100 baht for the printout and another 100 baht for the certification. You'll need to have your passport and bank book. The bank will generate a lot of documents that they will stamp and you will sign. In the end, you'll walk away with just the certification letter and the transaction printout. Next, you'll need some photocopies, printouts, and a photo. There are several photocopy stores on the ground level of the immigration building. The photocopy stores are not very easy to find, so let me give you some directions from the immigration office. So if you're at the immigration office, take the nearest escalator down to the lower level. When you get to the bottom of the escalator, turn right and you'll see a branch of the Bangkok Bank. Now continue walking in that direction and you'll see the big food hall on your left. Keep going. Then there's a corridor on your left that leads to 3 photocopy stores. These stores are all pretty good. They don't charge very much. You'll need to photocopy the information page of your bank book and the last page of transactions in your bank book. You'll need to photocopy the information page of your passport. Immigration asked me also to make copies of all previous visas since my last retirement visa. I'm not sure what the exact requirement is. You could ask at immigration, or you could just copy all the previous visa pages in your passport. I had the photocopy shop print the 3 condo rent receipts, the map of my condo location, proof of residence notification, and my lease from a thumb drive. If you don't have the required passport photograph, they'll take your picture. Now, it's possible that this video will save you 18,000 baht or more. That's a chunk of money. If it does, or if you just find the information useful, please like this video and subscribe. But what I'd really like is for you to buy a copy of my latest book. This book is essential reading for all you old men out there. See the description below for more about this book and order information. Okay, now back to our retirement visa. Now that you have your photocopies, you can finally walk upstairs to the immigration office. There's a counter on your right as you walk in. Ask for a form TM-87 or TM-86 if you have a visa rather than a visa exemption. There is usually no line at this counter. The queuing comes later. There are chairs and counters to the left side of the immigration office where you can fill out the TM form. Make sure you bring a pen. This immigration office is closed for lunch between noon and 1 p.m. Clearly, no one at immigration ever tried filling out the form TM-87. With alternate lines in Thai and English, and the odd way that lines are continued, it is not easy to fill out. So let's take a moment and look at an example. So for the Immigration Bureau, I filled in Bangkok, Black Sea. I filled in the date, make sure it's in day, month, year format. I circled Mr. I filled in my last, first, and middle name exactly how they appear in my passport. I filled in my age, and I filled in my date of birth, again making sure that it's in day, month, and year format. My place of birth is the USA. My nationality is USA. Then I filled in my passport number. In the case of a U.S. passport, that's a 9-digit number. Then I filled in the day, month, and year when my passport was issued. And notice that the way this is arranged on the page, the day is at the end of one line, but then the month and year are at the beginning of the next line. My passport was issued in the USA. And again, the valid until that you'll find on the bio page of your passport, again, the day is at the very end of this line, and the month and year of expiration is actually on the next line. Now, my kind of visa is actually a visa exemption. I arrived by air. I came from the USA. I put in USA even though my flight did stop in Taiwan. The port of arrival is Bangkok, and I indicated Suvarnabhumi Airport, BKK. And my date of arrival, which should match the date of your visa exemption stamp, I wrote again in day, month, and year format. They no longer do paper TM6 documents, so I just left that blank. And the reason for my application was retirement. And I signed the form at the bottom. Now you've got to fill out the reverse side of the document. It asks for your address in Thailand. So I filled in the address of a condo. It's not actually my condo. I just went to Google Maps and I copied the address that appeared there, and I indicated that the document is written by, and I printed a name where it says this application was written by. Then it asks you again for the address of the person who wrote the document. Well, in my case, that's just my address. So I basically repeated the address below. So the address actually appears twice. Then I signed the document. Now there's a space for your passport photo. I do not glue or staple that photo in place. I use a paper clip to clip it to the document. So that's the TM87 form that you fill out. Now that you've filled out the form, you can go back to the immigration office, but this time go past the counter on the right and go inside the office. You will be facing the front counter where an officer will ask you what you want and check your huge stack of documents. For me, these now included the TM87 filled out, passport, bank book, copy of the information or bio page of my passport, copies of my passport pages that had visa stamps, passport photo, copy of the info or first page of my bank book, copy of the last page of transactions in my bank book, the account certification letter from the bank, transaction pages printout from the bank, my proof of residence notification, a printout of 3 months of condo rent receipts, a map of my condo, and my condo lease. If everything looks in order, you'll be given a number for the C1 queue area, which is to your right as you're facing the main counter. Fortunately, there are seats. You will likely be waiting for a long time. Queue numbers appear on an electronic board and are also announced. When